secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man.
The world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science.
Do I have exclusive access? Wouldn't you like to know? Or would you rather just believe? Or wouldn't you like to know? Would you like to believe? Or would you like to know? You choose one, because it seems to me you're okay being placated with believing. I'm into knowing. I would like to know. I don't want to believe the earth is a ball because you showed me a cartoon picture painted by the likes of artists of my caliber. I want to know. So the only way to know this is doing an expedition clear across the continent of Antarctica. But they won't let you unless you're one of them. Because if we come into contact with the last 500 or 600 or 1,000 years of history, doesn't it? Including your World War II and whatever happened then. It means nothing if the earth isn't a ball and just continues flat. And they're hiding this? Wouldn't you like to know?
I think we've underestimated the life on this planet. The people have so much courage. Here they are hurling through space on a molten rock at 67,000 miles an hour, and the only thing that keeps them from flying out of their shoes is their misplaced faith in gravity.
Their misplaced...
The world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science.
faith in gravity. Their misplaced faith in gravity.
That is bullshit. I don't care what you say. I went to the moon and back, and everyone that's a scientist knows it.
The science doesn't lie.
Work, you got to keep repeating things over and over and over again for the truth to sink in, to kind of catapult the propaganda.
Talk about a fish story. Man, and they're buying it.
Emergency message. Outbreak of the deadly Pandora virus is spreading rapidly.
A virus?
They're buying it. They're buying it.
Alex, you won't believe it, but I just discovered the mother of all truths.
Steve. What is it this time?
Brace yourself, my friend. The Earth is flat.
Steve, even our cat knows.
It's a slightly more philosophical things about who we are and what our place in the world and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look out at the Earth, especially when you're in space for long periods of time, there's a couple of things that I think about. One is the atmosphere. Looks incredibly flat, fragile.
Oh, wouldn't you like to believe?
Yo, hold on.
Expressions, wouldn't you like to know? But you're also happy with your beliefs. Believe they went to the moon. Believe the Earth is a ball. Believe the Earth is round. You say you believe the Earth is round.
Dear NASA, it's becoming 100% crystal clear that you and the other space programs that are in operation are connected and are deceiving the entire world. More and more people are waking up every single day, and we are now able to see right through you.
Swallow our toothpaste.
In space.
I was very sad to see that.
Amazing.
It's called real good engineering.
There are no flat surfaces on a football. That's what I mean by right.
But we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now. And the light is shining through.
Right here on Earth.
Then you have a leak.
Gee, why would I care?
How can anyone?
In space.
What it does is it takes your physical abilities to places they have never gone before.
Gee, why would I care?
In space.
Well, wherever it is, I don't like it, and I'm getting out of here.
In space.
To life becoming multiplanetary.
Gee, why would I care?
Helping make life multiplanetary.
So we swallow our toothpaste.
it's called real good engineering.
Then you have a leak.
Gee, why would I care?
Right here on Earth.
Meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Says it's flat.
Then they took everything about me and put it into a computer where they created this model of my mind. Yes, use that model. They managed to...
If I say that the world is flat and someone else says it's round, that's worth reporting.
Check. Can no fill. They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not surrounded this flat, beautiful land.
Let's say China.
Around when Columbus set sail, they must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. I'm open to all sorts of new ideas, maybe better ideas. Jobs and growth, jobs and growth, jobs and growth, jobs and growth. For a meeting of the Flat Earth Society. For a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
And someone else says it's flat. That's worth reporting.
This is
The world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science.
society. It's only 150 years ago. Little House on the Prairie is 100.
And take a picture of the flat Earth and come back. BT dubs in this regard. There is a geometric shape, a surface on which you can travel in any direction and never leave the surface. Anyone? Anyone? A sphere, a ball, an Earth. Dudette, there are pictures from space of the Earth. What is wrong with you? The ancient Greeks knew that the Earth was round. They saw the shadow of the Earth on the moon during a lunar eclipse. Why are you 3 or 4 or 5 centuries behind the rest of us? Go out there, take a picture, send it on the internet, carry on.
Hey Bill, can you prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the Earth is a sphere and not flat? Because I have a lot of Facebook friends who say that it's flat, and I just can't convince them. Thank you.
Is the Earth flat or round? Go to the seashore. Go to a seashore and figure out why you can't, if you live on the East Coast, figure out why you can't see Spain from the East Coast of North America. It looks like you might have a St. Louis hat on. I'm not sure. Just go to the middle of the Mississippi River and look south. Why can't you see the Louisiana? Why can't you see New Orleans? What's the problem there? Well, then climb a tower or go to the top of a hill or a mountain and you'll see a little farther, but you will not see to the other side of the earth, places we know to exist. For example, I've been to London. I can tell you, other people have. I've been to Vancouver, British Columbia, and you cannot see Vancouver, British Columbia from Boise, Idaho, let alone from New York City or Toronto or what have you. Just start there. Then if you'd like, look at pictures from space where you see the Earth as a sphere. Those pictures are not faked. And I'll tell you, just if nothing else, here's why you can tell they're not faked. Just to create the paperwork that NASA has created, for NASA in this one case, just the paperwork to send anything out in space, to send people into orbit or to send them to the moon, that amount of paperwork would make faking it prohibitively expensive. No one could afford to generate that much documentation. Then the other thing, if you want to get into this, if you're really serious, if your friends are really serious, have them get on a boat or a ship and go out at sea, and you'll notice you can't see infinitely far. Furthermore, if you get into it enough, pick up a book about navigation or go online and learn about navigation. A very, very important thing you have to take into account when you try to navigate the ocean from a ship or a boat is how high you are off the sea surface. The higher you are off the sea surface, the farther you can see, the farther away the horizon is. Oh my. Now, this discovery that the world is round was made published in 1540. Now, I'm concerned, it was Copernicus. I'm concerned it might have been 1530, but it was about then. It was in the 16th century that the Earth was shown to be a ball. But it was known to be a ball by a lot of other people before Copernicus in the Western world, what we now call the Western world, Western Hemisphere. The ancient Greeks noticed that then 12 hours later in Buenos Aires at night, the curve, the shadow is always curved. So the ancient Greeks knew that the Earth was a ball. They didn't know to the degree of the size of it, to the degree of precision we know now. And you guys, come on. Everybody watches newscasts. You all use mobile phones. You all see airplanes fly around. You all go to see Ed Sheeran in concert one day in London, another day in Melbourne, Australia. This all depends on our fundamental understanding of the size of the Earth and its shape with extraordinary precision. And if you want to get into it, the Earth isn't quite a sphere. It's a little, its spin is a little stretched it, made it slightly oblate, as the saying goes. This is all susceptible to analysis, but spend some time learning about navigation. Tell your friends to spend some time learning about navigation. Navigation's changed the world, by the way. What are you wearing? You're wearing stuff that came from another part of the world on a ship. It didn't get here by magic. It got here through science. That's a great question. And I can give you a real science answer. The Earth is not a cube because it has enough stuff. It has enough rocks and metals and water and lava and everything that all pull on each other equally. And this, every time you do that, you get a ball. You get a sphere.
Into this.
Hey everybody, stop clicking around. I am in the woods with some water going in the background near my
The triangle building,
It's the world's most well-known secret society. Rich with symbols and ritual, it's a source of legends, parodies.
Who controls the British Crown system and the good old boy network to be able to get away with murder? And I mean murder.
Welcome to the world of Freemasonry.
How can Elmo find out more? Who could that be?
Oh, I emailed Eric Dubay today because I wanted to actually talk about the flat earth stuff. I'm not going to get into it again, but just one quick point. People were talking about the spin of the rotation of the Earth and how it affects the globe. Okay, people are using that as proof that the Earth is round and spinning. They don't have to do that with a plane, though?
Hoo-ah. 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 Hoo-ah.
Check my big cup, double up, heavyweight size. Fill them up and guzzle till you're satisfied. Big and wide, 10 feet high, 1.8 and I'm feeling right. Yeah, we stack them up high, take them on a drive, put them in a belt holding 1 + 5. Damn, that's big.
I love my big cups.
Big cup.
I love my big cups. I like my big cup.
I love my.
And, hey everyone, it's me, Bo. What's going on? We just want to say we hope you love this video. We put a lot of hard work into it, and make sure to like it if you like it, and please share this with 3 of your friends. For those of you that have friends, share it with 3 friends, and make sure to comment your favorite part in the comment section, and thank you VeniFresh for sponsoring this video. You can check them out in the description. Alright, here it goes, guys. Love you.
I need more friends, you know? Good food. Come to mama. So good. Look.
A single moment's thought about my responsibilities. Have you ever thought?
Yeah, I believe that too. He put something on the table that was so seductive and so hard to resist. Look.
The people on this planet will swallow anything.
Wonders of the unknown in Hadley, I realize there's a fundamental truth to our nature.
Should we tell them the truth?
I have an urgent note from the president. It says to release this town immediately.
Why is it written on a leaf?
I'm not in the town! This is the line right here by my house!
My watermelons.
Under the door.
I need a hammer!
Only on CBS.
I'll be right back! Phil! You...
I broke the dome.
The all-mocking...
The flat earth movement is taking on the world here. You are not living on a pear-shaped oblate sphere. Water finds its level, horizon stays flat, rises to your eyes, no matter where they're at. The pole star hasn't moved an inch in millennia, while the other constellations all around it turn perennial. Group rotations in perfect formation, never moving an inch from their relative location.
Radius, where we had to put down bases. We replaced the dog teams, and of course that was
In your acting, you've inspired so many people to enter the sciences. How do you balance science with science fiction? They're both the same.
It's understood that Hollywood sells Californication. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Sciences. How do you balance science with science fiction? They're both the same.
That dinosaurs are fake and that the world is flat.
Okay, so here's the thing, Joe. Okay? Here, I've thought about this. The earth is flat, doesn't harm anyone or over other people.
Every nation in every region now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the
Flat Earth for a meeting of the Flat Earth.
He said the Oscar trophy is coated in the same gold that helps telescopes glimpse distant galaxies, NASA said.
Up here, 260 miles above the Earth, we know a little bit about gravity and the lack of gravity.
We took some time from our schedule to watch the movie Gravity here on the space station, and was struck by the stunning visuals and stark imagery the movie depicted. Of course, nothing beats the real thing here in space. But we want to congratulate the entire production and directing team and the stars of Gravity for the honors they have earned from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences in bringing this ultimate in extreme environments to moviegoers around the world. Well done.
So I got to give him some props for that. So I just say I have nothing more to say here. So I just say I have nothing more to say here. Hence, my argument here lasted less than 5 minutes.
Jimmy, seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies.
And you gotta admit, it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons.
in
Boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility. Yeah. You shut it down now.
It's an illusion. Seaside. It's the dome. This is the dome.
Firmament with the 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 firmament.
Meow 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 meow.
What a breath of truth into flashbacks the name of a man I had seen.
Unofficial time on the first step, 109.420.
Spacesuit was the man who'd on the moon.
Yet only 60 or more years ago, about 35 years ago, our guest tonight found out whether there was any land north of the North American continent. Americans. Admiral Byrd, you...
Distinguished guest for this evening is Admiral Richard E. Byrd.
More details and more reaction. Antarctica's Ross Sea Union.
I've always had a view that it would be a miracle to get 25 countries to agree.
The Ross Sea is home to dolphins, whales and penguins.
It's restricted somewhat our ability to be able to get down there. Plus you want to get down there when there's research going on that is the most relevant to what we're trying to learn, and this is a good time to go.
My friends, these people are so out of touch with science that they believe rising sea levels don't matter because in their view the extra water is just going to spill out over the sides of a flat Earth. They're wrong, obviously.
And we need to make clear that those members of the Flat Earth Society are on the wrong side of history. We are going to make Paris the demarcation point where we...
I've seen tests that show what happens with clams when they're exposed to higher levels of pH, and you see the diminished size of the clams. So lobsters could conceivably lose the hard shell. You can run the list of these challenges. And then none of them exaggerated. Except perhaps to that small group of people in America who still block things from happening because they somehow believe that with global climate change and the melting of the ice and the rise of sea level, all that extra water is just going to spill over the sides of a flat Earth. Think about that for a minute, because we got some people at high levels of aspiration who are...
The Earth was flat. 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 Was flat. It's fundamentally a flat Earth caucus.
Sides of a flat Earth. Earth is flat.
It apparently belongs to the Flat Earth Sierra Club Society.
Some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than have ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communications, food, and survival.
The world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science.
Spread them in tight and prepare a few shots of haloperidol.
Of course it's serious. This is capital letters B-I-G, as in Galileo.
Level, always level, 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 level. Still.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
I couldn't think of a more horrible job if I wanted to. And you have to do it. You have to, or I'll fire you. Do you understand?
I merely meant, Your Majesty, that you shine out like a shaft of gold when all around is dark.
There are no satellites in space. NASA never went to the moon.
Horizon stays flat, rises to your eyes, no matter where they're at. The pole star hasn't moved an inch in millennia, while the other constellations all around it turn perennial.
About the world being flat, right?
Was it? Seems flat to me. 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 Seems flat to me.
Group rotations in perfect formation, never moving an inch from their relative locations. You're not moving, the earth is static, gravity is magic, the truth is tragic.
Flat, over the flat, over the flat, over the flat.
Flat. You know, if you gained a few pounds last week, do you want to repeal the law of gravity because you disagree with the consequences of it? Wrote down E equals MC squared. Exoplanets? It would be inexcusably egocentric to think that we are alone in the universe.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, I really am disappointed. I thank you so much for brief time.
Yeah.
Are we alone?
So right now we have 3,000 exoplanets. It would be inexcusably egocentric to think that we are alone in the universe.
Alone in the universe.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, I really am disappointed. I thank you so much for no obligation to
Hang the drink the astronauts took to the moon.
Astronauts to the moon.
Trying to watch an administration.
Look, everything in Washington has been a lie. To be a lie. Everything's a lie. It's all a big lie.
Who you be? Will you tolerate or fight for your people? Or be part of the sheeple?
A lot of people want to talk about the war, but they don't want to talk about war. People are comfortable with talking about the war because the official narrative, the mainstream perspective, has deemed that discussion as acceptable. It's acceptable to talk about celebrities. It's acceptable to talk about the weather. It's acceptable to talk about sports. It's acceptable to talk about money and jobs and how depressing everything is and how bad everything is. But take one step closer to the roots of the origins of those problems, and people don't want to go there. Why? Because the official narrative has deemed that level of communication as taboo. It's absurd for you to even entertain that kind of discussion. You need to entertain the discussion that talks about what the big head people talk about.
I would love that. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That was a joke about the world being flat, right?
Was it?
Patient.
They got upset, and my theory is that offered me a scholarship when I was the worst player on the Army base. He came in there and said, "Hey, I want to offer you a scholarship anyway, because, you know, you're saying you're not a good player, and I know this Army life, your dad probably banking." I put $100 bills, three $100 bills.
That makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
A bag, I pull out my Chuck Taylors, and I'm Dr. J, so.
That makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
You know, so like when I called all these people up, who a lot of them didn't charge me, by the way. It's like, yeah, man, we would love to do it. And they saw my passion, and they saw that I really respected the craft.
That makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
It was okay.
Yeah, I gotta ask, or people are gonna get mad as we wrap up here. What's going on with the flat Earth thing? Are you just messing with everybody with that?
No, the Earth is flat. Would you like to hear my theory?
Yeah, sure. Tell me about it.
You idiots. That's the first part of the theory. The second part is, it seems to be flat. When I'm in my plane and we're getting ready to land.
That makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
And then I open up the window and I'm looking at all the land that we fly.
That makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
It seems to be flat. But this world we live in, people, you idiots, what you do when you hear Shaquille O'Neal's statement. So you will know by the tone of my voice that I'm being serious. So, serious when I said that. Equity? No, I don't think that it was a joke. You're not going to get that out of me. So, well, the Earth is not round, it's flat.
Open up your eyes now. Tell me what you see.
Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride. Yeah, fluoride. On the pretext that it strengthens your teeth. That's ridiculous. You know what this stuff does to you? It actually weakens your will. Takes away the capacity for free and creative thought and makes you a slave to the state.
Have you ever heard of a thing called
Yeah.
water? That's what I'm getting at, water. Ever heard of a thing called fluoridation? Fluoridation of water?
Communist subversion
and the international communist conspiracy to sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids.
Human, can you make it too? He said, I guess it's okay. You know, the only thing we need is water.
Water. Because Crest has fluoride. The same fluoride dentists put right on teeth to prevent decay. With Crest, you put this fluoride on your teeth at home, too. Prevent cavities. Use Crest.
Scientists, dentists, and doctors are taking action to stop fluoridation until it is proven safe.
Fluoride was for the eradication of vermin. Since the 1800s, sodium fluoride has been a key ingredient in rat poison and insecticides. These products were commonly used in and around the home to kill lice, mice, rats, and insects.
Disposal of their hazardous waste product. That means that you and I and our children in the United States are the largest consumers of hydrofluosilicic acid. Call it what it is. Hydrofluosilicic acid, what is that? Hydro is water, fluo, fluoride, silicic, sand, and it's missing an electron. It's acidic. It'll kill you.
Fluoride proved to be not only a good way to kill rodents, but also an effective way to kill a man. As the use of fluoride became more popular, reports began flooding in of people dying from ingesting this toxic substance. Headlines screamed, "Roach poisoned in pancakes kills 11 men. Rancher takes dose of poison by mistake."
Ugh. I mean, it's disgusting. You know what they put in the water, don't you? Fluoride. Yeah, fluoride.
The world is flat. By flat is your opportunities are the same in a flat world. Flat, level the playing fields of a flat world to a more level playing viewership and level the playing field.
Is how the flat earth is changing. Where when I talk about the flat earth, the earth is flat. I know it's a separate talk on why the earth really is flat, and I can give that at the end of this talk. And I use flat earth. Why? The world really is a plane. They're all over this plane, right? We go back, remember I opened up with the flat earth, right?
That Sam I am, that Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Research flat earth.
Very strongly about it. I felt strongly about it for a long time. I used to say, before doing what I did, I used to say, what happened? Why aren't we moving forward? Today's announcement sends a clear signal to the world that we are restoring America's proud legacy of leadership in space. At some point in the future, we're going to look back and say, how did we do it without space? The Vice President will serve as the Council's chair. The privatization of certain aspects is going to play a very crucial role, don't you think? They are truly into it. I will say that's not easy because everybody wants to be on this board. People that you wouldn't have believed loved what we're doing so much. They want to be some of the most successful people in the world want to be on this board. The human soul yearns for discovery. By unlocking the mysteries of the universe, we unlock truths within ourselves. That's true. Our journey into space will not only make us stronger and more prosperous, but will unite us behind grand ambitions and bring us all closer together. Wouldn't that be nice? Can you believe that space is going to do that? I thought politics would do that. Well, we'll have to rely on space instead. Every launch into the skies is another step forward toward a future where our differences seem small. Against
Research flat earth.
That Sam I am, that Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Research flat earth.
We are in a new phase of terrorism, including lone actors and small groups of terrorists, including lone actors, including lone actors, including lone actors, including lone actors, including lone actors.
We're actually all on one team. We're actually all on one team. We're actually all on one team.
I say that the world is flat.
And I heard old Neil put it down.
Pear shape. Pear shape is this.
Well, I hope Neil Tyson will remember that a flat earth man don't need him around anyhow. Flat earth with Obama, where the skies are blue. Flat earth with Obama, where the water tells the truth. Around the world they will be NASA. Boo-hoo-hoo, they think that they've been to the moon.
Store, especially in a big city, it always feels like such a big to-do and such a waste of time. So meal kits have always been something that I've been really interested in. However, you guys also know I'm big on sustainability, and in the past with other meal kits, I felt overwhelmed with hard plastic packaging and ice packs that we couldn't recycle.
Well, where is it? This is a demonstration. People think they can see boats going over the horizon, thereby proving the curvature of the Earth. However, there's a boat, long way away, right out there. Now let's just zoom back in a minute and see if you can see it go over the curve. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Where the International Space Station is, Hubble, etc.
Okay. So if the Earth were actually this size, the International Space Station would be orbiting about a half an inch above the surface. And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner. He would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. Now, you know, I don't. It's fine. He wants to. I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, "Wow, he's in space. Look at that." No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. And then I showed examples of wide-angle lenses curving horizontal. I tweeted that.
You did.
But I don't want to be a spoiled, curmudgeon or anything. I just wanted to put. I don't.
The atmosphere looks incredibly flat.
Astronauts are really, really good at making pictures in space that look like you've never left the planet.
Stuff in space.
When you're there and you're looking out of a window and your thoughts stray sort of elsewhere, so slightly more philosophical things about who we are and what our place in the world and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look out at the Earth, especially when you're in space for long periods of time, there's a couple of things that I think about. One is the atmosphere looks incredibly fragile, almost like a contact lens over an eyeball. On board the space station, we grew some stuff in space. We grew
our place in the world and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look out at the Earth, especially when you're in space for long periods of time, there's a couple of things that I think about. One is the atmosphere looks incredibly fragile, almost like a contact lens over an eyeball. On board the space station, we grew.
Is all about experimentation. Did Neil Armstrong worry about ruining his awesome shirt when he allegedly walked on the moon? No one knows. His awesome shirt when he allegedly walked on the moon? Hey, Jack.
Hey, Daniel.
I'm this close to proving the globe is a hoax perpetuated by liberal scientists. This is a first for science. I'd like to be an astronaut manager.
We had a handheld laser to go ahead and get distance and range.
You can see the laboratory that is...
Bellflower is a high-paid job. Sure, because, you know, you get to manage the astronauts. If you can kiss that awesome shirt goodbye.
Stop it. Get some help.
What you buy at the grocery store is a fairly low percentage.
Just came back from space.
They
right?
felt Earth.
Right.
Yeah. Gazelle, but I think I saw little fireworks. Did Houston talk to you about this? And I'm like, what are you talking about, Bubba? Little fireworks? Because it was
on the station.
It was.
Was it still making snowflakes by the time you got out there, Tom?
Could it be that you're filming in an underwater pool and you're not really out there?
Pulling the lab out of the bay here, it took about 20 minutes to flip the lab, and we can't show you that. Why? And, you know, pick a reason. I don't know.
Cause I'm about to get real sick. Mad suckers wanna get him up with me. Get back, cause I bought me a big gat. Now I got him on flat back in this town. It's all circular. No holds barred.
They take aim at the law-abiding citizen instead of the criminal.
Well, I got him on flat back in this town. In a drop top rolling down gas line. But I'm the biggest on flat smack in this town. I'm about to get real sick.
Then you have a leak.
Where the International Space Station is, Hubble, etc.
Oh, okay. So if the Earth were actually this size, the International Space Station would be orbiting about a half an inch above the surface. And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner. He would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. Now, you know, I don't. It's fine. He wants to. I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, "Wow, he's in space. Look at that." No, he's not. And then I showed examples of wide-angle lenses curving horizontal. I tweeted that.
You did.
But I don't want to be a spoiled, you know, curmudgeon or anything. I just wanted to put. I don't.
The moon?
Biggest on flat smack in this town. I'm about to get real sick.
Then you have a leak.
Where the International Space Station is, Hubble, etc.
Pictures from space? They're fake. Fake? I don't think so. Well, you don't think so? Let's try and find a picture of a real satellite in space right now. Go ahead, go try and find one. I guarantee you can't find one that looks real. And he's like, the Earth is flat. He water is contained, it will never display a curve on its surface. Is your swimming pool, is the water in your swimming pool flat? I know mine is. Yeah, well, let me ask you something. At what scale does water defy its own physics and start to curve?
How are you? Come. Trisha. You okay? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I've got one that can see.
the Earth was flat. Don't you think Kat sort of already pushed everything off of it by now? Checkmate.
Hell, I won't argue with you anymore. Open the doors.
Elon, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore.
How are you?
Boy, Maurice, he's all over. Look, he's got the word is plaque on his forehead. He's got the word is plaque on his forehead.
Hey, we didn't mean to be disrespectful.
Yes, I know, but it's humiliating. They know, you know.
Well, see, here's my theory on that. Then they took everything about me and put it into a computer where they created this model of my mind. Yes, using that model. Yes, using that model. Yes, using that model.
Right, that's right.
Yes, using that model.
$5,000, $5,000.
Yes, using that model. No more monkey business! No! More monkey business!
Yeah. O2, T.O. Oh, Matt, I just made this beat. Yeah. You in my crowd. I ain't get fucked up, she's still on my style. Yeah, standing on flat earth, I hear my angels loud. And I met you with my eyes, I see you in the crowd. But she still on my style. I can't hate the past if I'm gon' love it now. I see figure heads moving through the clouds. Cheddar long, I feel like y'all coming out the south. Come pow, but it's salty hell. I pull up in that peanut butter with a chocolate spouse. Had to tell that good trap to speak me out this house. Just a trap if you get respect when you show love, not when you showing out. Can I make this out to you? Got a big one, break me down. 100 degrees, I'm college proof. I'm in my pocket now. I need the seams to follow through. Gon' bust it down. Yeah, great, don't rush this sound. Drip sauce all on the ground. Standing on flat earth, I hear my angels loud. I met you with my eyes, I see you in the crowd. I can't hate the past if I'm gon' love it now. I see fake heads moving through the clouds. Cheddar long, I feel like y'all coming out the south.
Why we're not getting to see these images live. I mean, I believe the Apollo 11 landing was broadcast live. Why now
don't we have the technology to see all of this live?
Space is tough, especially whenever you're trying to show video from space.
Not everybody can be a robot polisher.
If you're looking for a launch site anywhere in the world, the ideal location is an island in the middle of the ocean.
You have to be close in order to see it. If you are not in the vicinity, you won't see it.
The actual pad is in the distance, well beyond those trees, so we'll get to see a little spark travel up through this fog.
Remote location, but it's obviously important that it has to be here.
Wonderful spot because we have very little air and marine traffic. So
keep in mind that nobody is actually aboard the drone ship, and it's 200 miles away.
In the middle of the Atlantic. It is in the middle of the ocean.
Cannot go near the rocket site. No one can go near it.
So we have a cool animation to show you what's going on.
I'm going to be showing you a graphic.
Be sure to follow the animation.
The animation is informed by real-time data.
So the graphic on the right, the simulation you've been seeing, the telemetry simulation, it looks like it's moving pretty slow. It makes for a pretty slow-moving simulation experience, but it is actually going very fast right now.
Still be some raindrops on the screen. That's not surprising. We have rockets. We don't have windscreen wipers, but we'll do the best we can.
You know, and we're being as transparent as we can here.
Looks like we might have a little bit of problem with the video, but we are waiting to hear exactly what's happening.
Just a reminder, this is 200 miles away. There's no Wi-Fi, unfortunately.
We've been expecting more views, not only of the mission, but also from the launch pad.
This is a phenomenon we will expect to continue throughout the rest of the mission.
If we lose video, everything is likely still operating nominally. We just have the limit of our signal. So hope we can hold signal here.
At this point, we lost video feed of our drone ship.
Dragon is just about at the limit of the Newfoundland ground station. We're probably going to lose video shortly.
Issues with file transfers.
The world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science.
The world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science.
Atmosphere of flat earth is here. Oh god.
Pop-O-Matic pops the dice. Pop a 6 and you move twice. Trouble, trouble, that's the name of Koner's Pop-O-Matic game.
The Space Cadets, starring Scooter, Jenny, Countdown, Snoopy, and Popstar.
To the land of the lost.
Breakfast. Lunch. I said lunch, not lunch!
Darn, that's the end.